Okay, so what we're going to look at today is we've learned some open chords, and what we're going to do now is start integrating some bar chords in with them. But we're going to take a bit more of a focused approach for doing this. What we're going to do is we're going to use the circle of fifths. So just a quick rundown on what the circle of fifths is. If we start in the key of C major, what you're going to do is count to the fifth position of that. So C major is C, D, E, F, G. So G is going to be the next key we're going to learn. Alright, so we're going to come back to that in a second. We're going to use the circle of fifths. In the key of C, if we look at the chords from 1 to 6, we have a C major chord, we have a D minor chord, an E minor chord, an F major chord, a G major chord, and an A minor chord. There is then the 7th position, which is a B diminished, but for this we're not going to worry about the diminished chord, which is in the 7th position. So we're just looking at the first 6. C, D minor, E minor, F, G, and A minor. Now, we're going to move to the next key now, which is the key of G, because we counted that in the circle of fifths. C, D, E, F, G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's look at the 6 chords in the key of G major. We have a G, we have an A minor. And this is where our first bar chord comes in. In the 3rd position we have a B minor chord. So this is the chord I would get you to learn, a B minor. Then it goes to C major, D major, and an E minor. So the very first bar chord you now want to learn is this B minor chord. That way, when any chord progression is in the key of G, you can now integrate this bar chord into your progressions. Okay, now we're going to move forward. So they would be the first two I would get 100%. Key of C major, the key of G major with that one bar chord. And the cool thing about the circle of fifths is now we're going to take the G major scale, count to the 5th of that. So G, A, B, C, D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the new key is D. The circle of fifths, the coolest part is the previous key, the bar chord you learned, that B minor, is also within this next key. So what we're actually doing is just adding one new sharp to this key, and that's the new bar chord we're going to learn. In this key, it's going to be F sharp minor. So how do we get to that? D. Next is E minor. Then we need F sharp minor. Then to a G. Then an A. And then here's our B minor in the 6th position that we learnt in the key of G. So we've already learned this B minor now. So now we're learning this E shape in the F sharp minor, this E shaped bar chord in the position of F sharp minor. So the 6 in D would be D, E minor, F sharp minor, G, A, and then B minor. Now we're just going to apply the same principles and move forward, so we only need 2 more keys. So now we're going to go from D, and we're going to find the 5th of D. So there's a D over here, we're going to play a major scale, we're going to find the 5th note. D, E, F sharp, which is what we had before, F sharp, G, and A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The key of A. We already know now that we bring the sharps from the previous key, so there's going to be a B, and there's going to be the F sharp. There's a new key in this one. We're going to find out what that is. So we've got A, with our B minor. We actually now have a C sharp minor. To a D, an E, and our 6th position is F sharp minor. So we do have our B minor in there still. We've got our new F sharp minor. The difference now is we have this new C sharp minor. So it was A, B, C sharp, D, E, and this F sharp minor. The very last key we're going to learn is E major, which is the 5th of A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C sharp, D, E. The key of E, we know that those other three are going to be in there. We just got to find what the new one is. So let's go through. We've got E, F sharp minor. The new one is actually G sharp minor, moving that over. And then G sharp minor actually goes to an A. And then a B. Now B's are bar chords as well. So although it's a natural note, it's still going to be a bar shape. And then our 6th is going to be this C sharp minor. So let's have a look at that again. We had E, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, A, B, C sharp minor. So I'm just going to do a quick recap now to finish this video off. Those 5 major keys are the most important ones for you to really wrap your head around. What we did to make learning these bar chords easier is we learned one shape first, and then we brought it along to all the other ones while we added on new ones. Essentially, if you get those down, those 5 keys, you're pretty much going to be able to play any key without a capo and integrate these bar chords. But it's also going to set you up later on for when you're going to play chord progressions with E and A shape bar chords as well, because you'll already have that movement and you'll be able to just play all bar chords if you want to later on. So C and G, the first keys to learn first, okay? G having that 1 bar chord. So get those 2 down first. Then you're going to learn the next 3. So go to D major, learn the 2 bar chords in that. Then go up to A major, learn the 3 in that. And then go into E major, and you're going to have 4 sharps, but you're also going to have that B major chord in there as well. And that would be a nice focus approach for integrating some bar chords into the most common major keys when playing guitar.